Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time to get back into the outer worlds with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we are back in it with, continuing on with the murder on Eridanos. We've got a lot of information, but there's still a lot of information to be had. Like, who murdered Halcyon Helen? That's kind of the big question of this add-on. And yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. Like, there's a lot of people that wanted her dead, apparently. Like, it could be somebody within the Starlight Rizzo's family that, she found out about the deep dark secret. It could be, it actually could be Black Hole Birdie, who she just broke up with, and he was devastated and, blackout drunk. We don't know. We don't know. It could be Woolworth. Woolworth did try and actually poison her dinner, to the point where she probably would have been in a lot of pain. But he also, interestingly enough, she actually died from a plasma shot to the head. Now Woolworth did mention that he had adjusted Burbridge 3001 so that he, to make it more realistic. And I think, if I remember right, he said something along the lines of its reaction time was going to be faster, which, if there is a scene where Halcyon Helen and Burbridge 3001's character had a duel and they were practicing, increased reaction time and stuff like that would be very, very bad. But let's go ahead and jump on into it and see what we've got, shall we? Because we also still need to talk to, so let's see here. So we've got three parts to this. We've got three things. We've got an unfinished accusation. You have investigated two suspects in the case of Helen's death. You're making progress. If you believe you know the name of the murderer, speak to Administrator Ludovico and make your accusation. Otherwise, continue investigation and look into any additional suspects. So yeah, we can do that pretty much at any time. Now, Lord of the Blight, Administrator Ludovico, suspects that Cedric Kincannon, head of Slug, may have had a hand in Helen's death. So we need to go and talk to him. But we also have, you've learned that Helen disparaged the Prophet of Profitability's work seminars, harming her image and costing her bits. Investigate whether or not this would have motivated the Prophet to kill Helen. Now, remember, Woolworth does actually have a connection to the Prophet of Profitability. So I think we'll go with that one first. I think we'll start off with that, so...
What floor would you like to visit?
I would like to exit the hotel. And we'll keep our usual crowd. We'll keep Ellie and... Parvati, because they are fun companions. So, alright, yeah. Because it was just a little while ago that we actually gained access to this area back and over here. What was it? The Wilderness Exploitation Division? Or section, or whatever it is they call it. Alright, where is the... Okay, yeah. Yep. But yeah, so we just actually got access to this not too long ago. We've already been to... Oh, man, that Sublight Salvage and Shipping. That logo, I don't know about that character. That guy looks really weird. Yeah, because this is where... We had found one of the guys that we needed to invest, that we were kind of following the trail. I think it was for Woolridge. The other person that was in the kitchen, and he wound up, and he was dead again by Needler. Hello. Tell Dr. Blossom we found more of those specimens. Jenkins has already started excavating the habitat when I arrived, and he's been in an unusually good mood since I got here. Please send additional personnel for capture and delivery of specimens to RR&DD. So yeah, this is where see, these are the little neck slugs that some people have that are making them super happy. Like unnaturally happy. Couple of Drinos.
Wow, you got that?
We'll take that. Oh wow, that is so we need. So there is like a specialty weapon, but we need Site 04-51 storage card in order to get into that. Because we do not have anywhere near the skills to just crack it open. So yeah, this is where this guy was, Owens.
I'll show you happy. Damn you! Why you want to make with your sorrow? I just want to be your friend.
I'm sure you want to be my friend. So yeah. Aha, there's the safe key. All right.
Nice one. Don't mess with us.
Yeah, I'm putting all of these guys down. Because these guys are not... Yeah, so they were excavating down here and trying to hunt up more of these parasites. So the parasites apparently live in the ground. But we have the key to that storage, that storage box now. So we can say, open that up. We're going to take the short circuit, which is a long gun, damage 84 times 12. Wow, over 1,000 DPS of electrical damage. All right, so yeah, we can say take you. We're gonna put you into here. So see, that does twice the damage of our Deadeye Rifle 2. Which is kind of interesting. So yeah, but it does electrical damage, but it'll be good. It will be really, really good against... So that's something that'll be good against anything that's weak towards electricity, like robots. So yeah, we now have a long rifle that's good towards robots. Although, you know what? No. Let's go back up here, because isn't this a workbench? I want to see if we can't fix a scope on that. I want a scope on my long electric rifle. I'm sure I have another. Tinker with you. No, I want to okay, I want to modify. Can I not modify that? Tinkered items can be no greater than 5 levels above where we have it. So we can actually improve some of our stuff. Like, we can actually improve our... It'll cost us bits, but it'll get us greater damage. I mean, we've got a crap ton of bits here, so... So now we're doing 630 points of damage for that, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah. So now we're doing a lot more damage with that. Apparently we can't modify the electric long gun, which kind of sucks, but what do you do? All right, let's put the gun away. Put the gun away. You don't need to be running around with your sniper rifle out all the time. That's going to make people very nervous. I don't know if they're... Yep, okay. Good job, Pavati. Wow, this guy just straight up ate somebody. Yeah, he just like straight up ate somebody.
This is Silvio Tran, setting a new record for the Grand Colonial Bellhops Laundry Cart League. If you're listening to this, you're listening to history. And Daltrey, as we agreed, when I win, you're scraping terrorist shit off the windows for the rest of your contract. And you can stow the fear of heights routine, because there's no way you're weaseling out of that, pal. Here goes. That's... Move the box! No, not... No!
So somebody dropped this crate on him, and this is what was... Oh, wow. So, yeah, this is what was... Security Blade Hyper. Okay. So yeah, they dropped a crate of canids on this poor guy. Jeez. This place is like this place would be an OSHA nightmare if, you know, there was any kind of OSHA stuff. If OSHA was a thing here, this would be an OSHA nightmare.
Wow.
Elixir. They have a lot of Adrenos just sitting around. Of course, most people use that in order to, you know, keep working and stuff like that to make more money. Because apparently work is reward. I hate this place. I hate this place with a passion. All right, ladies, come on, form up. Get up here. Oh, no, they are up here. Oh, God damn it. Ah! Stupid! Alright, now stay on the elevator. Don't you move. Neither of you. What is our... Okay, so our assault rifle isn't doing as much damage, but it's still doing pretty good damage. I do love these crates. Oh, see, and these crates are actually painted proper colors and stuff. All right, so any nasties up here? Just regular sprats. Take ammo. We are gonna have ammo for days. So yeah, there's like... So yeah, they do have them kind of colored with the Rizzo's colors, so blue and red. There's some sort of like containment canisters here. Oh, hello. Wilderness. Wilderness. What is it? Under exploitation? I think it's supposed to say like wilderness preservation.
Is this supposed to keep the critters in or the guests out?
Ulrich would outlive Halcyon Helen.
That's a good question, actually. Again, why would you make something that big so that the beasts could get out? So, okay, I guess we're in a peaceful part of town now? A woolly cow. Hi, buddy. All right, so we have legal hunting supplies.
Excuse me, Gunther. I need to ask you something.
Who in the hell is Gunter? I told you to call me Hunter. Come on.
Oh, right. Hunter, have you seen a little mechanical wandering through here? Might have been wearing my hat.
I can't say I have. I can sell you a new hat if you want. Or some fine, legally obtained hunting supplies. You could go get that mechanical thief yourself.
She's not a thief. She's lost. I just want her back.
So we have Hunter S. Legal instead of Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh,
Hi.
hey there, stranger. Don't mean to interrupt your business, but have you seen a stray mechanical wandering about?
I overheard your conversation earlier. You want to explain exactly what's happening?
Seems I'm running my mouth too much. My mechanical Betty up and wandered away a couple days back. I've been trying to track her, but the beasts make it hard. Personally, I prefer my organs inside my body. The shopkeep says I
fancy.
should buy one of his rifles and go looking myself. But like my machine, I'm not combat inclined.
We can help her out, right? Won't take too long if we're on the job.
I know it's a pain, but I think I need some outside help. Job or no job, I'm not leaving Betty out in the wastes.
I didn't think mechanicals could just wander off on their own.
I'm contractually obligated to inform you that slug mechanicals are not notoriously inclined to malfunction, and any rumors to the contrary are slander.
Right.
But yeah, usually even slug machines don't get lost on their own, so I guess I'm to blame. Setting Betty's search parameters is my job. Must have added a 0 where I shouldn't have.
That don't usually happen by accident. I think she's trying to pull one over on us.
Are you sure? Because mechanicals malfunction, but all of this feels a little unusual.
Hey, I ain't in the habit of intentionally losing company property. That'd be one hell of a violation. Besides, I'm rather fond of Betty. This is all just an unfortunate cycle of events. If you can help rectify it and get me my Betty back, I'll give you everything I got.
All right, what kind of mechanical is it?
Betty's just your standard tripod mechanical. Though she probably is still wearing my hat. Without it, she seems kind of naked. Her main purpose is cacao milking, but the only cacaos in the reserve are closed. Without a directive, she shouldn't have had reason to wander away from the milking area.
That sounds like bad program parameters. Your mechanical might be chasing canids or worse.
That's what I was afraid of. You sound like you know your way around the mechanical mind.
I have some hacking skills, but I'll keep an eye out for any suspicious mechanicals.
Hey, thanks so much. It would have been mighty lonely without her. Being unemployed, I mean.
Right.
Be lonely being unemployed. If you find Betty, try sneaking up and hacking her. If you can't do that, finding a way to stop her current routines should send her back home.
So in other words, if she is hunting canids, kill all the canids. Alright, so Hunter.
Welcome to Hunter Legal's Legal Hunter Supplies. I am Hunter Legal. How might I help you today?
I'm investigating the murder of Halcyon Helen. Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately?
Unusual? This whole land complex is a failed wildlife exhibition turned hunting reserve. You
Ah.
can't go 10 feet without stepping in unusual. But I reckon you're asking about people unusual. I'd go have a chat with the Prophet of Profitability. Maybe she can intuit you in the right direction or something. But she is mighty far in the depths of the reserve. Perhaps you should purchase one of my fine armaments for the journey.
Interesting name your shop has.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. It is a perfectly normal name for a shop dispensing hunter supplies.
Does Hunter Supplies suggest that they're supplies for you, Hunter?
Don't get smart with me. I'm just a shopkeep.
Yeah. All right. Is this really the best place for a shop?
Where better to sell hunter supplies than in the depths of the wilds? Surrounded by creatures that are just waiting to devour you.
Okay, he does have
I've got
a
an
very good
excuse,
point.
But the Prophet and her retreat don't. And they're even farther out. Prophet said I should gift her some rifles to improve my aura or something. I told her what she could do with her aura. Haven't spoken to her since. But you look like you're smart enough to not make the decision that she'll invariably regret.
All right, let me see what you're
Hunter
selling.
supplies. Get your hunter supplies.
Wait, so you have one plasma rifle, a plasma carbine ultra, I mean, and shotguns and grenade launchers, ultra pistols. But where is the ammo? You're not selling any ammo? Are you insane?
I don't know what I'm doing out here. I'd rather be over at the cantina.
Oh, I'm sure you would be. All right, so Lost Little Milk Mech. So looks like this one looks like it wandered off over this way, didn't it? Yeah, see, we still can't do anything with that. So yeah, if she's off hunting canids, we could try and sneak up and hack her, or we could go in and just you know, kill all the canids so that basically Betty's gonna be like, oh, no more canids to milk. Okay, guess we'll just, you know. Yeah, this is not a happy looking place. It's actually like, wow, okay, so yeah, it is actually like tending, it's hurting canids. So we should be good as long as we stay in the tall grass, right?
No cacaos detected nearby. Returning to slug maintenance worker.
Calm your tits, woman.
My leg!
You're okay. Jeez, you are. You are kind of a pansy. I mean, okay, maybe it was. Oh, yeah, you ate someone too. An officer, it looks like. Like, how many of these things just, like, eat people and just, like, devour them, like, completely? Is that a ship or a building? No, it looks like, well, no, actually, it looks like a bit of both. Jeez.
Don't mess with us.
Damn right. Like, this one got flipped and just like, I guess he was running when we shot him in the head and he just kind of like, woo! Ass over tea kettle. All right, somebody had set up a, wow. Oh. Well, that doesn't look intentional. Plasma propulsion pack? So yeah, this was like a camp that was recently overrun by the fact that there's still a fire going. Yeah, I'm not sure this is a legal one because it looks like somebody landed a jump jet here or something. All right, let's go back and make sure that Betty got home all right. What's up here?
Commander, You ever wonder why they put lights on our armor? No, Trooper. What about these tubes poking out everywhere?
No. Trooper, stop asking stupid questions.
Sorry, Commander.
Happy customers are repeat customers.
You want to stay safe? Head back into the hotel. Aether waves won't be the same without Helen. We're all going to be stuck with Spencer Woolrich.
Yeah.
You want to stay safe? Head back into the hotel.
So yeah, it's Woolrich. It's Woolrich. And he's, you know, he is definitely... Oh, God. Betty?
No cacaos detected nearby.
All right, but your boss is over this way. So yeah, we actually did it both ways. We hacked into the mechanoid and told it to return, as well as...
Hey, I almost can't believe it. Betty found her way back. Here I was thinking I'd never see her again.
When malfunctioning mechanical, as promised, she was trying to milk canids.
Oh, Betty, you big goof. What were you thinking in that little metal noggin of yours? You nearly worried me to death. And ain't you just the most reliable freelancer in the colony?
I do my
Let
best.
me just take a look at Betty here and we'll talk about payment. Oh, it looks like you went in and reset her parameters. Thanks a ton for doing that. Should get me back to work all the faster. Between saving Betty and sorting her out, you've sure done me, and by extension Slug, a service. I've got bits and spare parts with your name on them.
So see, I could intimidate her and be a dick and gain more XP and money and stuff like that, but try and keep an eye on her this time.
Oh, I won't be turning my back on Betty again, believe me. Thanks again for all your help. You really saved us both from the edge.
I guess the one you're the one that's in the driver's seat as far as that relationship goes, huh? Huh? Let's take that up so that it gets up to a 75. Yeah, that'll work. I'll accept that. Perks. Let's see here. Vendor price. Plus 10 to dialogue skills. You know what? We'll go ahead and add to our dialogue skills. Yeah. So, Ellie, let's see what you've got here. Girl, you've got additional, let's see here. So we've got a chance to reset abilities on cooldown, negative 30% on harmful status duration, show time damage. Your emergency medical inhaler inhales you for more. Magic bullet. Shots from Ellie's ability ricochet into a second nearby enemy. Stand your ground. Duration of status effects inflicted by companion abilities. You know what? You get to ricochet. You get a ricochet. Pavati, what do you got? Let's see here. You can add to plus 25% tactical time dilation meter. Added health, stand your ground. Yeah, we'll take that. I mean, she's just being, like, super helpful to us, period. So, alright. Now we want to do the Prophet of Profitability. We want to check her out. Hi.
Sorry, but we're a little busy right now. I'm sure one of the other guys would be happy to give you a tour.
Lawrence, do you know who you're talking to? We always have time for the inspector.
The inspector? That's you? I am so sorry. We didn't know what we were doing. We're so sorry.
This seems
It'll
like
never happen again.
This seems like a strange spot to loiter. What are you two doing?
Law, it's all over. I told you someone would catch on sooner or later, Belle.
Lawrence, let me do the talking here. Inspector, pay him no mind. I'm sure you've bigger salt tuna to can than us.
Do you two know anything about the murder of Halcyon Helen?
Not unless it happened out here. We've been on this complex for the last day and change.
Pretty far from the Grand Colonial.
Normally, yes, but we take guests out on live-action wilderness experiences for additional pay. You know, shoot a raft here, walk there. We're just between tours right now.
I'm not buying it. How's about you just tell me what you're up to?
Buying? We're not selling anything. Especially since we're between tours.
Don't pay him any mind, Inspector. His upper story's a little gap-toothed, if you know what I mean. But seeing as you insist on sticking your... That is, since you're so curious, I'll fill you in on what we're doing. We, misplaced some people on our last tour. Misplaced them in the maws of some local predators. Now we're stuck here wondering how to get their room keys.
So your guidees were eaten by canids.
Might have been raptidons. I find it hard to tell them apart, especially when my glasses get fogged up.
You got your guests killed and all you care about is their room keys?
Hey, we all got our priorities. Not worrying about those keys ain't gonna bring their owners back from the dead. Anyway, the sooner we get those keys back, the sooner we can make it look like the ex-guests checked out early.
You're trying to cover up the deaths of the missing guests.
Wouldn't you? I mean, the dangers were all listed in fine print on the waivers they signed. Least they can do is not destroy our reputation when they get themselves killed.
I mean,
We
look.
knew sooner or later this was gonna happen. We've got some hush money tucked away. If you can get those keys for us, it's all yours.
Say I got your keys. What's to stop me from telling your bosses what happened?
You kidding? You're welcome to.
Our bosses would want this situation resolved, just like us. We're the real victims here. The dead can't suffer anymore, but we can, and we will if we have to pay for all these lost keys.
That is pretty damn harsh. All right. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll help
Did I
you
just
find
hear
the
that
keys.
right? The inspector is going to help us, Bill. Thank the stars.
We're not out of the woods yet. Let's just see what happens before we celebrate. We last saw the guests deeper in the wilderness, Inspector. That'd be a good place to look.
All right, I'll be back with those keys then. Deeper in the wilderness. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, wow. They are spread all around. Okay, there's one right back here. Fuck you.
Don't mess with us.
By the way, the canids, yeah, I'm hunting them. I'm just gonna kill any of them that are around. Freaking sprats. Just the two of them? Kind of surprised by that, actually. Hello, Raptidons. Hunting rifle hyper? What are you? What are you and what do you do? Hunting rifle hyper, not bad. Not as good as the one we've got. I mean, well, okay, it does more damage, but it's a slower shot. We'll keep on with what we got. This one works.
Oh, hey, Candy Canyon! I know this place. It's where they did Free Range Fixer.
Really? You were asleep until I walked right up behind you? Ah, and you're the one that... Like, holy crap, I did not... I thought that was one that I'd already shot. But no, he just like, hey! I'm trying to take a nap here. Who's sneaking up behind me? So yeah, now we see kind of the interior of these shipping crates, where they're just beams and these plates are stacked up and attached on. That's kind of an interesting look into the interior of it all. You were a particularly nasty bitch. So yeah, why are just random hotel people being like, oh no, we'll take you around? Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's something that most hotels offer. Is like, oh yeah, hey, we'll, whoa, hey guys. All right, looks like that's everybody.
You want to stay safe? Head back into the hotel.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Oh, what a shame it didn't actually
Mr.
happen.
Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
Wait, Mr. Kincannon doesn't run the hotel.
Don't mess with us.
Poor bastard. Hello. Though my wounds are fatal, I, as a Byzantine, must face my death with some dignity with which I lived my life. I hereby enclose the events leading to my demise. A tragic turn of fate separated me from my guides. The duo fled as our party encountered a single Ratodon. The cowards! I, however, drew my rifle and felled the beast, but not before it sank its teeth into my flesh. I imagine I must have been the finest thing it had ever tasted in this wretched place. Perhaps my guides will find me before I pass, though I doubt those simpletons could find their way out of a cardboard box. I believe their names were Larry and Bell, or something similarly mundane. To whoever finds this, please carry out my final wishes. Pass on my rating of 1 out of 5 stars to the Grand Colonial. Guides were very unhelpful. Sincerely, Howard A. Kinsella. So yeah, he had a hyper hunting rifle. So alright, now we're good to go to this, because yeah, I mean, we're not tracking all the way back to the entryway here. So you guys just sat there while I took care of the beasties, huh? Alright, looks like everything's clear up to here now. So I'm thinking we might try and make some of these doors. Like, I don't get how these doors work. It looks, yeah, see, it's like that's part of the door, so I guess those parts like kind of go in as well, but that's what we may wind up working on tomorrow as far as our Blender workshop. Well, this is a big old fire hazard.
Nobody needs this many candles.
Right? Coolant tank.
By concentrating on profit, I can invite wealth into my life.
The Prophet's treatments are intense. I nearly collapsed during the last session.
Okay, that's...
About time somebody came the hell back. I notice you're not spattered in blood, which doesn't bode particularly well. For you. I hope you're not about to tell me you lost your nerve.
Sorry, man. Been a little loose in the headspace lately. Remind me of what I'm doing again?
You better not mean to tell me you've lost your contract. I swear, if you think I'm just gonna... Wait, I don't recognize your voice. You weren't with the other hunters, were you? Meaning we haven't met. Pardon my tomfoolery, stranger. I see I've mistaken you for someone else. Victoria Foxworth, Rizzo's executive clerical actuator. Pleased to meet you.
Right.
Might I ask what brings you to the reserve?
I'm investigating the murder of Halcyon Helen. The trails brought me here.
A professional, I see. I don't know anything about any murder, but you might be just who I'm looking for. There's a particular task that my hunters haven't yet been capable enough to complete. I wonder if you'd have any interest in it.
Go on.
As you may be aware, Slug currently owns the reserve, but it rightfully belongs to Rizzo's. There's an ex-Rizzo's employee currently in possession of the land grant for the entire complex. Insult to injury from Slug, and evidence that this complex is rightfully ours. This particular individual is up there in years. His mind is failing. Leaving the land grant to him is like leaving it in the trash. I would like you to retrieve it.
I don't think I understand why you need my help. Can't hunters handle one old man?
I would have thought so too, but I sent my scouts out ages ago and none have yet returned. The old man's certainly too senile to be a threat, but it's possible Slug put him under guard. You're not recognizably with Rizzo's. Thus, it shall be easier for you to get close.
Okay, but what makes you say that the reserve rightfully belongs to Rizzo's?
You mean you don't know the story? This atmospheric complex was first annexed by Rizzo's. We'd planned a lovely wildlife-themed attraction to be built here. Alas, due to some backhanded and admittedly shrewd legal footwork on Slug's part, Rizzo's ownership of the complex was lost. Now we rent it from Slug. I seek only to have what was stolen returned to us.
Look, I'll see if I can deal with this non-violently.
Solve the situation however you like, so long as you bring me the land grant. The target in question lives out in the woods. Exactly where, I'm not certain. Best of luck.
Thanks.
Hello. Welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's private prosperity retreat. Stay
That's
positive.
a lot of
and
alliteration.
soon all your humors will be balanced. At least, that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you?
I was hired to look into Halcyon Helen's murder. I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away.
I'm sorry, did you say self-flagellation? I heard the Prophet had some kind of feud with Helen.
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were.
Spencer Woolrich.
Oh, you must have misheard me. I said high-profile, not had-profile. Mr. Woolrich comes by much too often to be worth mentioning. Yes,
Okay.
the circumstance. However,
Who
we
was it?
recently had a high... I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush.
Uh-huh. So have you noticed any unusual behaviors in the retreat lately?
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the Prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Now that is curious, but we're gonna have to take a real quick break because I kind of got to go to the bathroom, so we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So yeah, somebody came to visit the Prophet of Profitability, disturbed her enough that was, that she didn't take charge of the sessions, and nobody's entirely sure who the hell it was, which is even more troubling. So where were you at the time of the murder?
I was here at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet.
Right.
Who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
That's
Certainly.
all for now. For Positivity Disciple, you seem a little less than enthused.
Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
What can you tell me about this retreat?
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer.
I hate that.
We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humor strangling your potential. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out, or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability.
Right, so do you know the Prophet well?
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges. She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now.
Right. Well,
Actually,
goodbye.
before you go, I want to report something suspicious.
Ooh.
I noticed the Prophet's dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped.
Are you sure it was a body?
I think so. Had the right size and shape.
So somebody might not be the person that they say they are.
I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the possibility that I'm mistaken. The Prophet hasn't been herself lately, but if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
Oh, wait a second. So the Prophet of Profitability has been acting strange, and after the high-profile visitor didn't they weren't themselves. They let her run stuff. Did somebody come and take the Prophet's place? I'll look into it. All right, track down that. Okay. Well, let's go and talk to the Prophet.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
On the outside?
Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ears may be harmful to your health.
How would these most likely be used?
Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke. Whether or not this increased effectiveness is good for an afflicted individual has yet to be determined.
Can you analyze the chemical of the herbs with the chemical that the herbs are treated with?
Analyzing complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various essential oils. Substances include woolly cow dander remover, sprat oil, and starship surface wax.
All right, make a note of it and let's move on.
Fruitful and productive welcome, brother. I had a feeling you would visit me. I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
How did you know I was an inspector?
My disciples come to and from the Grand Colonial, bringing supplies and information. Knowing what happens at the hotel affects my livelihood, after all. With that said, I'd love to involve you in one of my productivity seminars. We should clear you of all those nasty, nasty humors hampering your potential.
Didn't Halcyon Helen say you were a hack?
Absolutely not. Any statements by Ms. Helen about us were blown out of proportion and altered by the media. In fact, she quite recently... excuse me. I seem to be remembering something that never happened. Whatever the case, I'm sure her speech about us was all a misunderstanding.
Look, if I wanted someone peddling sprat oil, I'd buy a sprat worse. Don't waste my time.
Sprat oil? That is. We understand your decision and
you're fake.
But those humors will cling to you. You'll find success with my seminars, or a quarter of your money back. Regardless, I do understand. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm going to ask you some questions about Halcyon Helen. Please answer truthfully.
Oh? I'm surprised. I wouldn't think the two of us would have much to discuss about her. We may have had some terse interactions before her death, which I most certainly regret. But beyond those, well, never mind. What would you care to know?
You didn't get along from what I hear.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills.
Did you contact Helen after you left the Grand Colonial?
I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further?
Where were you at the time of Helen's murder?
Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonial since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand.
Let's talk about something
I hope you
else.
now realize that I had nothing to do with Helen's demise.
You've got some interesting herbs here.
I'm pleased that you noticed. Excellent eye, brother. The compound they're treated with is my own invention, designed to unlock an individual's true productive potential when burned. I can't say any more. Trade secrets, you know.
They seem toxic. Toxic enough to potentially kill someone.
None of my clients have ever complained, so I'm sure they're perfectly safe. Is there anything else?
Someone said they saw you drag a human-shaped lump into your yurt.
Who said that? I'll be sure to give them a special seminar on not needlessly implicating the person who puts food on their table. It was a bundle of clothing, brother. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry from time to time.
Look, the quicker I get to the truth, the faster I can leave you alone.
Yes. I suppose the more quickly we get off this subject, the better. I had a visitor, yes. But as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was is perfectly safe now. It was a bundle of clothing, brother. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry.
Yeah. But yet the herbs I found in here hint to add a visitor. What are you hiding?
I don't know why you seem to suggest I don't get others here, brother. Customers are my lifeblood. I had a visitor, yes. But as it turned, their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter.
That's all for now. All right, so we do have, let's see, we need to look for the body. And we need to investigate Prophet's alibi. Search for evidence that proves or disproves the alibi. She only met her once during an altercation and she hasn't left the wilderness retreat since she arrived. Okay.
Gotta keep going. I can feel my inner negativity.
Let's view the messages from Ruth Bellamy. Prophet, I've talked with my agent and they've told me that what I said about your seminars, RE not taking them, actually lost you about 30% of your revenue for the next 3 months, with future losses projected. When I said I wasn't much interested in attending, I didn't really realize that it hit you quite as hard as it did. Guess that's the price of stardom. Everyone listens a little extra to everything you said. I'm hoping, if you've got space, that I might be able to attend one of your sessions today as a means of apologizing. I know that notice is short, but I'm hoping you can fit me in without too much inconvenience. Oh, so she had seen. So that was the high-profile person, I think. From Lee Whitaker. Wanted to ask how that mix of herbs I sent you worked out. I was skeptical at first about using them for meditation purposes, but hell, what do I know about productivity? That said, be sure to remember what I told you. Don't cut the herbs asymmetrically, hampers the texture, and don't leave them out in the sun. And for law's sake, make sure to keep the smoke doses small. Last thing you want to do is accidentally send someone into a coma or worse, kill them. Ooh. Oh, that's all right, Ras. Don't worry about it. So we're kind of getting into the real meat and potatoes of this mystery here. So Halcyon Helen actually did visit the Prophet, and the Prophet was given a special mixture to put in to use on these herbs that could put a person in a coma or worse, kill them. So from your devoted attendees, the other attendees of Tripling Profits Through Transcendentalism and I have reconvened, and we are all in agreement. Your seminars are simply top-notch. We've seen a 0.5% increase in each of our businesses in total profits since we attended your seminar together. Of course, with the price of materials, shipping, and other costs involved, it boils down to more of a 0.1% increase. But an increase is an increase. If you ever decide to visit the Grand Colonial, you simply must let us purchase you a round of drinks. Thanks to you, we certainly have the bits for it. So, yeah, it sounded like her alibi is a bunch of BS. She claims she only met Helen once, but that's a lie. So then there was the large body that they saw her drag out, which, yeah.
Timeline discrepancy detected.
Semi-recent set of tracks in the dirt stands outside from the dead leaves, and those made by passing creatures.
Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp.
Got any idea who made them?
Scanning. Checking database of shoe sizes and height-weight ratios. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia Akande. Error. Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profitability.
Right.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
Then she came over
Timeline
here.
discrepancy detected nearby. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
So yeah, she did see Helen after.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Am I imagining things, or does it seem like whoever was dumped here got up?
No sign of struggle or evidence of wildlife consumption of body. Suspected likelihood of user correctness, 86%.
Strange. Let's keep this in mind. So yeah, whoever it was basically got up and walked away. So she is definitely lying to us. She did see Helen afterwards, drugged her, potentially putting her into a near coma, and then dragged her away. What if that wasn't Halcyon Helen? Halcyon Helen was drugged, supposedly to the point of death, left out in the desert to be eaten, but got up and walked away. So whoever it was that killed Halcyon, the Halcyon Helen that's in there was actually Halcyon Helen, because the person that was in there was a fake.
Welcome back, brother. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist?
Okay, you said you had no further interactions with Helen before her death, right?
Yes, that's correct. She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her.
I saw the message from Helen on your terminal about attending a session.
Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters.
Because she did show up and you dragged her and dumped her in the wilderness.
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
There was nothing there, but by its proportions, I'd say a body.
Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions.
But you
I,
didn't.
knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
You're sure Helen was dead?
I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the case. Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce sluggishness, but I suppose they must have been enough to do her in if her constitution was truly that weak.
Did you shoot the body at any time?
Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone on purpose, I would have used a blunt weapon. Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head.
The wilderness? Why didn't you dump the body at the Grand Colonial?
Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things, but I think corpses are perhaps too strange. The creatures of the wilderness are much less picky. Besides, the hotel is ridiculously far. I couldn't have made it all that way without someone realizing I was dragging a corpse.
Actually, I don't think you killed anybody. Certainly not Helen.
What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector. It's your job to arrest me, isn't it?
Look, if Helen's body wasn't where you left it, she must have awakened and walked away.
No. Someone must have moved it after I killed her. One of my business rivals, waiting for me to fall into a false sense of security so they can strike.
Halcyon Helen's body was found at the Grand Colonial. She was killed there.
I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're trying to catch me in a lie. Get me to reveal my productivity secrets.
Look, the only thing you've done is be completely negligent.
No. You can't trick me. I finally discovered what's happening. You've been paid off. Someone else learned that I killed Helen and is going to use that information to blackmail me. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! Tell the constable that I killed Helen. It's 1,000 times less miserable than whatever my enemies have planned.
Yeah, the constable's dead, but I guess if you want to be... No. You want to go to jail? Huh? I don't know, but I'm sure not getting paid enough for my job. Look, whether or not you killed Helen, I think imprisoning you is probably the safest option. So she wants to be put in jail, I think, because she knows that somebody's going around plugging people with a needler.
Even if you think I'm mad, it doesn't matter. None of this does. Yes, I think that's smart.
Welcome back. How may I help you, Valet?
Okay, I can't give you any more information, but okay, so we're supposed to find... Right, we're also supposed to find the land deed for this this place, which is outside, of course. So he's somewhere. He had the guy who physically possesses the deed is somewhere around here, and apparently off in this direction.
Doing this. Nice one.
buddy. There we go.
I can't see! That's the last of them.
So get the doctor up off her ass and let's get going. Really, guys? You literally saw...
I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never gonna get a sequel to Terror on Monarch.
You probably weren't going to anyway. No offense, but they don't seem to be real big on sequels these days. I can't imagine that things are got any better in the future, especially this future. I don't want a phobia. I do not want a phobia. Nobody wants a phobia. Okay? Nobody wants a phobia. Sure, it would give us a little bit of extra, one extra point in order to get the phobia, but I don't want a phobia. I don't want to be scared of any of this shit. Hello?
I don't know what it is you're looking for, stranger, but I reckon you better get. I've had about enough of you and your ilk coming by with your searching questions and expectant looks. I know you with those void-damned hunters, and I know what you want. Well, you ain't getting it.
What void-damned hunters are you talking about?
Like you don't know. That damn group of hunters that keeps coming by and hassling me. Nobody ever visits just because they want to gab with old Cyrus. No, they either want to poach me out of my land or poach me out of my best friend.
Oh, you're that old man. Yeah, I am with the hunters. I'm here to collect your land grant. Well, no, let's play it off. Let's BS them a bit more.
Damn straight there are. Wish I could go show them what for, but I'm old. I gotta make sure I don't get Callie into no trouble. Two of us have lived on the reserve for years. Every so often, someone comes by trying to steal our land grant and evict us. We hold our own, but it's mighty agitating.
Why not just leave?
Then do what? Go back to Rizzo's? I defected years ago. Only thing to look forward to would be a summary execution. And I don't reckon Callie'd have much interest either. Nope. Out here is where we're meant to be.
Look, I can help you deal with those hunters.
Really? Oh, that's great news.
You know what? No, because I am...
You hear that?
Seriously,
We're
I'm siding
finally
with him.
getting some help.
Fuck Rizzo. Oh, dear God.
Captain. Is that Primal trying to talk to us?
Hey, I think she likes you.
that a primal? What the hell is it doing here?
Oh, why, that's Callie. I raised her myself when she was wee, and I was one of the first zookeepers at what would have been the Rizzo's all-natural caged animal park. Since Slug took the land complex over and the park was scrapped, she's been my sole companion. Reckon Slug noticed. They figured this place safe enough to entrust me with the land grant for the reserve. There's something about it being safer from corporate espionage.
All right, this is definitely an odd situation, but I'm inclined to help.
Wouldn't expect a stranger to do an unsolicited kindness to a standoffish old man. There's something else. I suspect you'll find the hunters that have been after me beyond the hills on the other side of the river from here. See if you can convince them not to poke around here.
Look, I've got a couple questions.
All right, shoot.
What's it like spending your days with a primal?
A lot better than spending your days with a caner, that's for certain. I'm happy out here, and I think Callie is too. Ain't that right, Callie?
How long have you lived out here?
Oh, quite a few years at this point. It'd be since a couple years before the Rizzo's Slug Complex ownership switch. And after that, well, I ain't sure. It's been a while. And for the most part, it's on the quiet side. Just not when those damn hunters are out and about.
That's I'll see you later. So all right, let's take care of these let's take care of these hunters here. I want to take you, but I want to repair you. Yes. We're gonna sneak on up. Oh, good heavens, they are a long way away. I didn't realize we were that far from the river. Oh, it's you assholes.
You return. I hope you bring news.
Yeah, I talked to Cyrus. It's time you left the reserve. In a body bag.
Oh, you void-damned sprat fuck. To arms, everybody. The old man's trying to scratch us off.
Take your best shot, asshole.
Whoa! Okay. That was unexpected. Jesus.
You return.
Incoming!
All right. Holy crapoli. I thought she was surrendering. Rum and something? Wow, they really just like fucking started off rough. That was really intense. All right, so we can fast travel to the Hermit's tent. Great. Let's put the guns away. We don't want to scare him. Hey, buddy.
Back, I see. You come bringing good news?
Let's just say I showed your enemies exactly how much I resent hunting.
Ah! Oh, me almighty. You know how to bolster an old man's spirits. Oh, thank you kindly, stranger. Oh, you're right, Cal. How could I forget? Oh, here's a reward for your trouble.
Back at you, ma'am. So let's see here. We do have right. We've got to. We have one. We do have one more task to turn in here.
Hey there. You find us those keys?
I'm right here.
That's all of them. You're a lifesaver and a half, Inspector. Lawrence, you got the bits?
Let's see, which pocket did I... Oh, they're in my hand. Here you are, Inspector. We'll make sure to put in a good word with our friends, too. I can't wait to put this behind us.
So, what are you gonna do now?
We'll wait here a little longer, and start clearing out their rooms when the shift changes. Not sure what we'll do with their belongings.
Lawrence, we talked about this, remember? What belongings? Anyhow, thanks again, Inspector. Good luck with your investigation.
All right, so we've got more points to put down. Well, we can bump our long guns up to 80. We can bump our lie up to 75. Bring that up there. And there we go. That works. All right. So now, if we look at this, we need to update him about what we found out about the Prophet of Profitability, and then we also need to go and speak to Cedric. All right. So yeah, we need to go and talk to Cedric next, as far as his whole deal. Because, yeah, it's Administrator Ludovico suspects that Cedric Kincannon, head of Slug, may have had a hand in Helen's death, but there's also that person that's using the Needler. So, literally, Helen has managed to escape death several times. Like, the food poisoning could have been fatal, but it wasn't. The herbs that she was given could have killed her, possibly should have killed her, but didn't. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of cases where Helen could have died, but didn't. And like I said, one of the things that we haven't really touched on was Woolrich upgraded and modified Burbridge 3001s to be more realistic and to be faster in his actions. So again, if they were rehearsing a scene and Burbridge 3001 had a plasma gun, he could have outdrawn her because she was not used to his old speed, not his new speed. She didn't even know about his new speed. And she died basically, she was wanting to practice to practice a scene or maybe kind of show off a little bit, and just wound up accidentally being killed because she didn't know about all the change. So, yeah, I think I get the impression that's probably what happened. Was it was actually a complete fluke, Either that or we have a Murder on the Orient Express type deal where, you know, hey, this is, you know, everybody kind of had a slight hand in it. Like the Prophet of Profitability kind of slowed her down, kind of made her groggy and stuff. Woolrich caused stomach pains and stuff like that, so kind of inhibited her reaction time. Her breakup with Black Hole Betty, you know, Black Hole Birdie, distracted her and stuff like that. And for all these reasons, you know, plus the Burbridge 3001 update or modification may have just kind of pushed it to the point where she could not respond like she was supposed to, and therefore wound up dead. Not specifically because of any one person, but because of a whole lot of random events. And I think that's what we're gonna. The more and more I'm looking at this, that's more and more what I'm seeing. So with that said, that's where we're going to end for tonight. Just because, you know, like I said, we've got that well in hand. We've got that done. Yeah, it's just a matter of going on to the next segment, and we'll do that tomorrow. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below. The Facebook page, the Twitter account, the Tumblr account, and the permanent invite for our Discord server. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!